Yo, Bar.
Hey, Lord.
You know how some people like fine art?
Fine wine, expensive women. Yep.
Yep. They like to, buy a nice sculpture and put it in display in the living room.
I know those kind of people.
Well, what we like to do here at JJ's farm is buy race cars and put them above stables. So, the Fiesta and the Escort we're going to tell you about in a wee minute, as all three of these cars are for sale. Well, actually, and there's the rallycross car up the back as well.
And the Swift.
5. So 5 cars advertising for sale, predominantly Cosworth themed. But Barry, what can you tell us about this Sierra Sapphire that's sitting up there just now?
It's from the 80s, and it's a shell, and it has a cage, and it's MSA certified cage. It was raced up until a couple of years ago, when I presume the driver took all the stuff out of it and put it in an Escort. It's got plastic windows, NACA ducts, the interior's empty. It has a bulkhead at the back of the rear seats with AN through fittings on them, so you can put your fuel tank in the back and you don't need to double skin it because it's away from the driver's area. It comes with a steering rack, wiper motor. I think it's missing a bonnet, but we've got a tailgate.
I think we've maybe got a bonnet for it and a tailgate.
No, we've got a tailgate. I don't think we've got a bonnet.
Basically, I bought it from a chap who, I think he advertised it on the Modified Fords on the group chat, and Melissa and I drove down to pick it up because we're always keen to have more, but we're now deciding to downsize because we just ain't got the time to build all these cars that we've got the shells for. So it's a straight chassis, everything's fine on it. It would be ideal for someone who would like to build a race car on the cheap. Now, as the Matthias boys have proven, and Jason Davies, they reckon the rear-wheel drive Sapphires are maybe one of the best handling Cosworth cars.
It does have a slightly longer wheelbase. Anyone in the Ford circle that's into these things, they'll know these are probably the best platform to build upon for racing.
And there seems to be a weight advantage with the Sapphires as well.
Massive. The two-wheel drive Sapphire is about 120 kilos lighter than its four-wheel drive brother. You know, and that's a lot of kilos in racing.
So why do you think the Escort gets a lot more love than the Sapphire? Do you think it's...
Because it's got 2 less doors.
You think it's a 2-door thing?
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, I suppose everybody loves the 3-door Sierra as well, don't they?
Exactly.
But these may be the actual nicest to drive of all the road-going Cosworths.
I think so.
So there you go. I'm only looking for £3,000 for this shell. It would make a very cheap platform to build yourself a race car. What engine would you put in it, Barry?
SR20.
You put a Japanese engine in it, I don't know why. But anyway, there you go. Sierra Sapphire for sale.
No lie.
So what do we have here?
1990 something Escort Cosworth rally prepared shell.
And what are we going to do with it?
Sell it.
So there's only so many race cars you really need, and yeah, we've came to the decision that we're going to sell this spare shell that we've got. So Barry, what's the history with it?
You bought it on the spur of the moment and it's sat here ever since. I actually don't know. I know nothing about it. It's a 4-wheel drive shell. Got an axle at the front and an axle at the back, 7-inch diff. Everything's new, been wrapped or painted. Yeah, sat there, gallon dust.
So I bought it from Alistair McMillan at MJ Racing. It was a shell that he had. I think he took it as a trade-in towards something else. I think it might have originally came from John Balfour before Ali, but I could be mistaken. We are looking to sell the shell with a windscreen, dash, a couple other bits and bobs, but we're looking to sell that as the one kind of unit. Now, if you want to buy it as a rolling chassis with a two-wheel drive setup, you know, subframe, we can do that. If you want diffs, if you want brakes, if you want wheels, basically you can make it whatever spec you want, or you can just buy the bare shell on its own for £10,000. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now,
You can't have these wheels, they belong to a customer.
you can't get these wheels, but we've got loads of other wheels if you want them. Now, if you want, I can supply it with WRC, front bumper, front arches, rear spoiler. If you want traditional Escort Cosworth, I've got front arches, front bumper, Cosworth spoiler. Or if you want all of the maxi panels to make it wide arch, I have the maxi front bumper, rear quarters, side skirts. I think I've got everything. Have I got a bonnet though?
We've got a really cool bonnet for this one. We've got the one with a quad pod.
We've got quad pods for it, you know, if you want to get the 4 lights on the front
It's
as
got
well.
lights as well.
Yep.
It's not
What's in the interior, bar?
a lot. Sparkle seat. It's got the really good roll cage.
I think it's got an international spec roll cage.
I don't think it's international spec, no, but it's certainly the last of them. It's got the high bit round there where the seats are. It doesn't have the angles coming across. That gives you a load of grief.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Well, it's a fresh shell.
Yeah, it's really nice. It needs a good clean.
Right.
But yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, it just needs a good clean. It's been basically lying in our shed for a couple of years.
At least 2.
Yeah. So there you go. Build your own Escort Cosworth. Starting off from a shell, and I think we've got just about everything to build a complete car spare, don't we? We've got a spare engine, diffs, brakes, suspension. We've got pretty much everything.
We don't have calipers.
So if you had another car, a Sapphire for instance, and wanted to take all your running gear and engine and intercooler and everything, we've got a couple of fuel tanks as well, Bar, haven't we?
They're breeding upstairs, I think I've got 3 of them now.
Yep. So there you go. So if anyone is interested, I'll put my telephone number up on the screen and you can get in touch. Okie dokie. Yo, Bar,
Lloyd,
what have we got here?
an old Escort, Cosworth, rear wheel drive.
So this again was a car that we picked up, and I bought it purely for the running gear because we know how much it costs for the hubs and subframe and diff and rear beam. So although it is rear wheel drive Cosworth, it was built upon a Mark 6 Escort shell. And then it's been kind of adapted to make it Cosworth. So basically it's the floor pan, I think, of a Sapphire that had been grafted onto a Mark 6 Escort body. It was an MSA Blue Book rallycross car at one point in its life. The chap I bought it from, he originally came with a Cosworth engine in it, and he whipped the Cosworth engine out, sold it, and was planning on putting a 2JZ engine into it, and because he was a Jap guy, a Jap head, but he never got that far and just sold it on to me, and then I sold it, and then a year or two later I bought it back again. So although we bought it purely for the running gear, you know, if you were suitably motivated, you could probably turn it back into a race car, couldn't you?
Oh yeah.
It's got a bit,
We're suitably motivated, absolutely.
it's caged up, it's got a big fuel tank in the back.
Yeah. double skin fuel tank. I think there's external pumps that are on it, I think. Yeah, I think the pumps are down the side of the tank. It's got a battery box, it's got a dash.
See, with it being a Mark 6,
Yep.
now we had a lot of trouble, or well, when I say we, Ali McMillan had a lot of trouble on grafting the Maxi body kit, which was designed for a Mark 6 Escort, onto a Mark 5. Things just didn't line up properly.
Yeah, he said he had trouble.
I wonder whether or not this would be an ideal candidate to do a Maxi conversion on, a rear-wheel drive Maxi.
Yeah, you could do an F2 Maxi on it, yeah.
So,
It does actually have some nice parts about the car. I know it looks rough, there's no point in trying to hide that, but the bonnet's actually just needing a right good clean. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's all there, but
Yeah, everything's...
it's got the big tunnel,
Yeah, it's
cross
cage.
members, it's got it's caged up.
Got wiper motor.
I mean, it's all
Run it
there.
rain.
So, the best thing about it, Barry, is it is cheap. So,
You need space.
if you would like to buy this car off of me, it would cost you the grand total of £2,500.
Yeah,
So- I will await the flood of phone calls about it. So, what's this, Bar?
This is a 2006 Fiesta Mark 6 with wide arches.
It's a JWRC,
Yeah.
but it has been built by MK Motorsport
Yep.
to accept Cosworth engine 4-wheel drive running gear.
Yes, it has. It's got a full international cage which extends through with these lovely turrets.
And it's all set up for WRC, so WRC extended turrets. It's built for the WRC rear cradle.
Yes, with 6-link.
Huge transmission tunnel that's yet to be finalised. Depending upon the gearbox, I suppose you put in there. And we've got a fancy fuel tank for it.
Pro alloy.
Yeah.
Pro alloy fuel tank with a surge tank attached to it. It's also got the rear anti-roll bar set up on it as well. What else has it got? It's got a boot with a spoiler. It's got a boot with 2 spoilers. Double spoiler on it. Perspex windows all round with vent holes. What else been done? Firewall's been relocated and moved back.
So it is complete. We've got side skirts, bumpers.
Side skirts, bumpers, dashboard that's all been cut out for the cage. Yeah.
Did we get the door trims for her as well?
There's fiberglass door trims. There's one on the passenger side, the other one's upstairs.
Oh yeah, with the cutout for the
handle.
cage, yep. Okay, so why are we selling it, Barry? For financial gain.
Mainly.
Oh.
No, we've not got time to do anything with it. It's the truth, and it's too good a car to let it sit and get covered in dirt shit.
Yep, because that's all that's going to happen here, because all of our attentions go on to campaigning a race car. You know, we can't fight the battle on three fronts, so we've got all these shells that we just don't have the time to do anything with. This would be perfect for somebody that wants to build a road car or a track car. We've got a logbook for it, but with it being, you know, professionally built, with the international cage, with all the WRC stuff that's been done.
Oh, it's well done. It really is. It's a good looking car.
How much do you think? £5,000, Barry?
Yeah.
So if you would like to build yourself a Fiesta 4-wheel drive Escort Cosworth engined rocket ship with WRC running gear, this wouldn't be a bad platform to build it on. See ya. So, as well as the sale of some of these shells and cars, We also have an extensive amount of spare parts.
Yeah, loads.
So talk us through some examples of some stuff we've got for sale.
We have got 4-wheel drive sump. We have got Cosworth oil pump. We've got full alloy radiator. Some WRC suspension components. Some Group A suspension components. We have got a broken block. We have got one of many. We've got front mount intercoolers. We have even got some hubs, oil coolers, turbochargers. Don't know what this one is, to be honest. It's
38, I think that is.
34 onto 38, yeah.
Yep. So we've got lots of parts. If you're buying a car off us or you're buying a shell off us, we've got just about everything that you need to build a car.
Group A wheel bearings that came in Norwegian ladies' tights.
Yep, but we maybe keep those bearings in those tights.
Yeah.
We even have a short block over here as well.
Fully assembled on long stud. It's a 200 block. It was originally built by Harvey. It's got BD14, BD16 cams. It's rear wheel drive. It was going to be dry sumped. That's why the pump's sitting on the side of it. We've got a dry sump system for sale for rear wheel drive. Pace one, pace pump and pace sump, along with 2 scavengers with filters on them, and belts, drive pulleys, etc, etc. You get the idea.
So what pistons, rods and stuff's in that engine?
That has got a set of Cosworth pistons. It has a set of bridgeway rods, and it is on a standard crank, long studded.
Is it, what is it? Is it 10 studs, 6 studs, 8 studs, what is it?
It is 2, 4, 6, 8 stud block, that one.
Okay.
And 2 bolts for the back, smaller ones. Yeah, it's a good engine. You ran it for many a race. I rebuilt it over winter time.
Yeah.
It's been sat there ever since.
Yeah.
Spare engine, number one.
So as well as that, we have hundreds of wheels. If you're looking for 8Js, 9Js, 10Js, all different offsets.
Also these beautiful ones. That reminds me, these fit everything. These are like the magical fitment. If I can move this. That was when we were doing the porn videos. These Team Dynamics. I don't know what the offset is on them.
Like some magical offset that fits everyone.
So they came on a 3-door that we had.
Yep.
Refurbished them. They fit the causes. Rear wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Clear all the arches, never scrub. Clear every set of brakes we've ever had. 380mm APs clears them. Don't know what the offset is, but if I could find another one, I would have them.
Are they 9Js and 9.5s? What are they?
No, I think they were 2 seconds to see what size this tyre is, and I'll tell you.
It's got brand new slicks on it.
Yeah, brand spankers, brand new Toyos that are on it. Ah, here we go. They're 245 640 by 18.
Right.
So 640, they're about 8.5.
Yep. And we have lots of body panels, so tailgates, bonnets, wings, bumpers. So, yep, hit us up if there's some parts that you need. Fuel tanks. For some reason, we've got loads of fuel tanks. Oh, and we've got some breathing systems.
2 breathing systems.
2 breathing systems.
They're all
you know, with the separators, the stages and stuff.
Yeah, they're all on BMRS hoses as well. Oh, I know what we've got. Oh, Lloyd, look what I just found.
What's that?
I forgot we had this. The bird shit's optional. 6 boost Cosworth manifold.
Oh, a heavy manifold, yeah.
Oh, but it's nice. Yeah, it's got a wastegate ready to go on, equal length. Nice bit of kit, good company, Australian.
Yeah, I think that's like a I think the drag racing boys use those heavy manifolds.
Racing boys use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the RBs and 2Js and that. There's a few things. That's for the Fiesta, that Pro R1.
Some seats as well. We've got quite a few seats, haven't we?
Yeah, I know, but some of them are shit.
Aye.
That's a good tank. Well, actually, there's 2 tanks. That's the cover for it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 3. There's another one down there.
There's another
That's
one
a
there.
really good tank.
Yeah.
It also comes with, there's 2 Bosch 044 Motorsport pumps.
What's fancy about these? There's some. I remember there was something fancy about these pumps.
Frankie, you're no for sale. Get out of the way. So these pumps are Bosch 44. Now, when they do the flow test on them, come on, Franco, come on, you too, man, come on. When they do the flow test at Bosch on them, the ones that are in the top 1% or whatever the number is, get sent away and become motorsport pumps. They get a different designation on them. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I'm sure some of you motorsport guys watching this will know about it, and that's a pair of them.
So if you know anything about Bosch, well, they're 44s, aren't they?
Yeah, the 044 pumps.
But they don't have the 44 designation. They have there's another number that they're given.
Like MS or something. I can't remember. Andrew told me about it because he was awfully happy to tell us that's what we'd spent our money on.
Yeah.
Which was nice of him. But
So
this tank comes with a cover.
Any of you guys that are much more experienced than we are, if you know any information about these fancy Bosch fuel pumps, leave a mention in the comments for us, because I'd like to know myself, like, you know.
Yeah, Andrew did tell us when we were stood here, but it was a while back.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten.
Right. Mega.
Yo, Lloyd.
So what have we got here?
This is Japan's finest Suzuki Swift. It's a 1.3 litre, 5-door, 2006, ULEZ compliant with a full year's MOT.
But is it original?
Oh yeah, it's not been mucked about with us. Look at the inside, look at that. That's nostalgia right in there. It's actually quite clean, the little thing.
I think it's minimalist.
Minimalist. I like the not so sure how many din stereo that it's got, and this little phone holder for putting your
Yeah.
little iPhone in. I think it's a pretty cool little car.
Do you know what's better than 2 doors?
4 doors.
That's right. Look at
Not
that.
open.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, the boot's a bit small.
Central locking.
Yeah. Key. It's got it all, mate. It's got it all. Electric windows.
It'd be a perfect first wee car for somebody.
Yeah, it isn't a bad wee thing. It just needs a new home. And for the pricely sum of £1,500, it could be yours.
For £1,500 you could have it and just take the missus for a drive in the weekend.
You could do anything you wanted. You could go to the shops in it.
Yeah.
I mean, albeit not very quickly, but you could go.
It could get you to your working back every day.
Every single day. Yeah, needs a new owner. Phone Lloyd.
Well, I think the new buyer of this will be out delivering Just Eat in no time.